Hello, everyone. I thought I'd go live and just talk a little bit about some of the things that you guys are likely seeing everywhere right now. So we're all kind of driven, let's say, by the TikTok ad, the TikTok video, the in your face, you got to do this right now. I just had somebody ask me a question about to look at a, let's say, an MLM type, network marketing company that has a product. So, those companies really aren't health and wellness companies. They are marketing companies that may or may not have a good product. And I looked at that, but again, it's a marketing thing. It's not really a health thing. So we all of us need to begin to discern between, what's marketing and what's trying to influence you versus what really are facts here, right? So who's trying to help me and tell me the truth and who's trying to sell me something, market me something. But I'll give you this kind of overarching truth about all of our health right now. And again, you can believe me or not, but we all kind of need some authority and we need some litmus tests to kind of evaluate all this marketing crap that might have real value as a health solution, right? So we're all kind of trying to do that right now. We all realize, gee, that system, that old system, yeah, it's, if I get shot or if I get run over, take me to that old system. They do a great job of acute and traumatic care. You think of, war type situations or, people getting blown up and things like that. So they do a great job of acute and traumatic car wrecks and all that kind of stuff. They do great. They sing in that area. They've got all kinds of tools and all kinds of great stuff. But when it comes to care and feeding of this thing that we all drive around every day, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know if it's to corrupt the God in you. I don't know if it's to, some evil and nefarious agenda, if it's, to make money. I don't really know the why, but I do know that it happens, right? So we all kind of have this situation where we're, almost forced over here and over here isn't serving us well. So all of us are kind of in this process of, oh, gee, okay, if I get in a car wreck, take me over there, but pretty much everything else, maybe I'll find a different solution for, and now I got to come out of pocket for it. And I don't know if I like that. So we got to kind of make that evaluation. And these guys over here really have some cool stuff, but we're all going through that right now. But let me see if I can help you guys. And again, pull up your AI tool and ask it if old Chip is right or not. But feel free to do that. I want you to do that. In fact, I want you to run everything that I say to you through some kind of authority tool. Make sure that I'm telling you the truth. But similarly, make sure that anybody out there is telling you the truth. Make sure they're not trying to sell you something. We have product that we offer, again, it's a great product. It works good. We got lots of testimonials. It works great. That's not what I'm trying to do. Sell you a product. Okay. If I was on here trying to sell you a product, I'd be talking about product, not reality. So anyway, let's talk about reality a little bit. And again, we've built our products around these holes. So if you choose to use our products, you're going to save some money and you're going to have better results than you likely would anywhere else. So I will tell you that about our product, but I'm not trying to sell you anything. Okay. So we all see these NAD plus. Oh, NAD plus. I need energy. And NAD Plus says it'll give me energy. We see these Dr. Bill, who's been doing this for 30 years. Dr. Bill has discovered this special herb that only Dr. Bill knows about. And this herb will do whatever Dr. Bill's trying to sell. Or, whatever it is. I mean, you guys are used to this. I get influenced by this. I'm like, oh, I wonder what Dr. Bill knows that I don't know. He might know something. I need to investigate that. But usually when I do, it's like, oh, Dr. Bill runs a network marketing company. He's trying to sell you something, not trying to help you. Okay. But let me see if I can help you guys. Okay. And again, I would encourage you, just when I say these facts, okay, when I say these facts, pull up your Chat GPT or your Grok or whatever tool you want to use. You verify them for yourself. 80% of us will die of chronic inflammation. It may be more than that now. That was probably a 10-year-old statistic that I keep pulling up. It may be more than that. So 80% of us will die of chronic inflammation. Now, the other thing is if you look at malnourishment, okay? And this is it all starts with malnourishment. And the most important category that we miss in is omega-3 and omega-6 fats. And we all overconsume omega-6 and underconsume omega-3. We just need to balance these. It's very easy to supplement with EPA and DHA. Boom. Now you're fixed, okay? If I want to try to sell you something, buy ours, but it doesn't really matter. DPA and EPA first. That helps you balance the most critical missing thing from our environment, which is omega-3 and omega-6 balance. The next category is protein, where we mainly miss is collagen. And there's reasons why we don't build collagen, but you need collagen, 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 collagen. Or just make sure you're getting 20, 30 grams of protein every day, even more than that. So you need a gram of protein for every pound that you weigh, probably more than that even right now. So we all need a lot of protein, but the main thing that we miss is collagen. Collagens, we need for gut linings, and we turn those over all the time. So we need a lot of collagen. And the last category are vitamins. And again, where we mainly miss in the vitamin category is B, and there's not just one of those. It's not just B12. There's B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. You need all of those. And then you need C vitamins. So B and C, though, all of those Bs and C are water soluble. So we don't really get them unless you're taking them every day, or unless you eat a truckload of greens or something like that. You're not getting those things. So we all miss with B and C vitamins. We miss with collagen, and we overconsume omega-6 over omega-3. And that leads to infection, which creates chronic inflammation. So it's literally, and there's other things that will create chronic inflammation, like plastics in our environment, like chemtrails, whatever they're spraying on us, just almost everything in our environment will cause you to, kind of tweak out a little bit. But that doesn't happen if you're getting proper diet, right? So we don't become as chronically inflamed as we are without missing in the nutrient category. So when we miss in the nutrient category, that allows us to be more susceptible to infection, environmental things, those things which cause chronic inflammation. And that's what most of us die of. Okay. So it's really just that simple. I mean, we miss with certain nutrients. Because we miss with those certain nutrients, we get infected. When we get infected, or we're driven by chronic inflammation, but most of that is infection. When we get infected, again, that insult creates all different kinds of things. That changes our immune system. It changes our ability to regenerate tissue, because we're going to be kind of attacking things rather than using those same resources to regenerate things. So it begins to set up this whole pattern inside of us. And then we end up genetically, let's say, symptoming out. So that's literally what happens to all of us. Please use your AI tool to go through. So do you need NAD+? Well, it'll help you if you're not getting niacin, right? But NAD+ comes from niacin. Do you need CoQ10? Do you need resveratrol? Do you need, any of this stuff? Not if you're getting essential nutrients, okay? If you're getting your essential nutrients, you're a banging cool machine that God really gave us, right? So we'll build all of our essential nutrients from those master precursors, or we'll build, let's say, everything that we need from those essential nutrient master precursors. But that's why they're called essential, is you got to have them every day. So a little bit of defense for you guys, don't be driven by that TikTok video, that, Dr. Joe video, that whatever it is. For most of us, we just need our essential nutrients. Just supplying you essential nutrients you're going to climb out of the toilet. But if we can also identify and then clear up any infections you might have, and pretty much all of us are infected by parasites, but this is what we do every day in our clinic. And we see the results of this. And yesterday I just did a thing on some big league stuff that we're seeing getting better. That shouldn't get better, right? So, everything that you hear out in the medical system says that, you don't get better from diabetes, you don't get better from cancer. Maybe if they're godlike chemo will work, but, again, what is that? Here's another example. Okay. You're going through chemo, or you've got somebody that you love that's going through chemo that has cancer. Where do the resources come from to do that repair? Where do the resources? Basically, what you're doing with the chemo is telling your body, fight, 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 fight. Let's get your immune system down a little bit where you can fight, 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 fight. Where do the resources come from? Where do the resources come from to fight with? It's not like they magically appear. It's not like you all of a sudden create them out of vapor. Does it work that way? You rob, unless you're taking essential nutrients, then you're doing what you need to do. But if you're not, you rob less important structures for that stuff. Okay. So we don't want you doing that. We don't want you running out of, again, why do I look like I'm old? I look like I'm old because I've been robbing my body of collagen for 60 whatever years. Okay. So, as we begin to understand this and as we begin to turn all this around, again, we have a lot of upside, let's just say, which is really cool. Anyway, I'll leave it here today. So we'll be back with another little short, probably tomorrow. We'll start doing more of these because they're kind of fun to do. And I'll just give you guys what's on my mind every day. Hopefully that works. Anyway, see ya. Bye.